Check. Good morning, everyone. Before I dive into the topic, if there are two doctors and they're having a conversation on a case that shook everyone. There were two doctors who were discussing about a patient, a 74-year-old woman, and the conversation was as follows. Hey, John, have you seen that? A patient has come and without any treatment, the patient recovered and became cancer-free. What? Are you sure, Edwin? Let me check the patient. Yes, this was a miraculous case that happened in real life, and it, completely changed the picture of what cancer is. So let me just narrate what the story was. A 74-year-old woman had initially developed a rash that wouldn't trouble her at the starting. But then soon she realized something is fishy, so she has taken, the family members have taken her to the hospital. It soon turned out into a waxy lump, the color was of angry red and livid purple. And then there were some tests and it proved the suspicions. It was a carcinoma, a form of skin cancer. Yes, you heard it right. She developed a skin cancer. The doctors panicked that, they couldn't understand how did this happen. But then soon we know there were few treatments available, medications into the picture that could help the patient out. But radiotherapy wouldn't have been effective because at her age, she was, she could adapt to a prosthetic limb. Right? She's not age where she can have a power like a youth. So what happened was that the next day the wound, the tumor started fading away slowly. They got baffled. It puzzled them. They were in utter shock. So they thought, let us keep the patient under observation for 20 weeks, for months. Slowly the tumor started disappearing away, and then the patient became cancer free. Without any treatment, without any chemotherapy, without any radiotherapy, how did the patient recover? So the Dr. Irvine's patient believed that the patient herself said that before coming, she felt this took the hand of God. She had just kissed a religious relic and she felt that God was there with her. So if the cancer was really, a disease that was present in her body, how did she mentally fight that disease? This is one of the stories. The other story involves a guy who was physically fit, was physically grown up, was muscular, could prove his manly nature. But then he got cancer, but mentally couldn't fight it, and then, ultimately it was his demise. So, narrating these two stories, I would just like to highlight the topic cancer. We all know what cancer stands. We have statistics. The research clearly says that, cancer is really a disease that is killing lumps of people around the world. Cancer is an intractable disease. It means that once it catches you, it's really difficult to get hold of them or just clearly allow them to disappear from your body. Cancer is also a disease where it kills you, and also I would be discussing about the 4 characteristics of cancer and why this disease is really a pain for you all. The 4 characteristics of cancer: it is proliferation. Second, cancer cells don't die. Third, angiogenesis. And fourth is nothing but they invade other tissues. Before that, let me surround the picture. We know the universe have erratic forces. With a long journey, Big Bang happened, and then slowly the species started developing, and we humans are now the latest species of this evolution. But have you ever wondered, what were the factors responsible? You have such a healthy lifestyle, the poor, the rich, the classification goes on. But then why are you being surrounded by such diseases? To be very honest, it's not the body changes that. First thing, it can be the act of God. You might be trapped with a disease, but second thing, it's a pure lifestyle. If I talk about proliferation, I compare this cancer characteristic with a human's intelligence. To accept themselves, to satisfy their selfish, short needs, the humans have gone to a large extent. Just, they are on a killing spree, disturbing the nature, killing animals, and you really think that the diseases won't spread rapidly. Coronavirus disease is one of the latest examples. Second, cancer cells don't die. How the humans have made progress, made some research, come up with latest medications to avoid death. Third, angiogenesis. What do you mean by angiogenesis? Cancer cells make sure that they spread rapidly in your body, and even the healthy cells have been disturbed altogether. What do? We steal nutrients. We make sure that we deplete our resources, and then the planet gets weakened in a very rapid process. And last, the characteristic of cancer was can they invade other tissues? What have we done? We have invaded other territories, let it be physically or intellectually. We have developed new niches. It can be the phase of exploration. What it was said in a Greek mythology, this is, a strongest pillar of Hercules. So my point is that cancer it's just a disease, it's an act of God, it can be an act of nature. But are we humans really taking care of that? How can we kill cancer? Speaking about different types of cancer, skin cancer, breast cancer, liver cancer, what not cancers are available. But if we can look into these stories, it's really a thing that cannot be explored more easily. I have one beautiful line that was told in Holy Quran that मौत अगर मुकद्दर में ना हो तो मौत को जिंदगी को हिफाजत करती है. अगर मौत नसीब में हो तो जिंदगी जाकर मौत को लिपट जाती है. So this lines really speak a lot. And there's also another beautiful lines that I would narrate or I would recite in the form of a song. मन करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है. कृष्ण की पुकार है, ये भागवत का सार है कि युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है. कौरवों की भीड़ हो या पांडवों का नीड हो, जो लड़ सका है वो ही तो महान है. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Quran, the Bible, they all say that mentally if you are fit, rid of anxiety, rid of depression, if you can make yourself an individual who can fight all these things, I think cancer, it can be in any worst stage, you can fight it off properly. I remember there was my friend whose mom, had some heart operations and then she wasn't doing good. So the doctor said to the patient, look, you have this thing, you have to accept it wholly that you can fight it along with it, and the patient is really doing good. This is one of the stories. Now, also there is one more. Also, if you can see the callous attitude of human beings, we survive, and it is the survival of the fittest. Smoking. Why do you think smoking isn't banned in India around the world? Because the humans are really not concerned about their health. They are concerned about the finances that they make out of it. The country is making sure that the GDP increases rapidly because lakhs of crores are being recovered from it. India, especially the sector of tobacco, gutka, cigarettes, and all these things really, and especially the alcoholic drinks as well. They generate a lot of revenue. It only depends on us. If I'm supposed to generate awareness based on this, I would really say that have a healthy lifestyle. Would definitely not promote these products because knowing the harmful disadvantages of it. But the disease is here to stay. Many expensive medications can come out, but let's try some natural way. Ayurvedic, homeopathy, allopathy. These have been existing for more than 5,000 years. So we shouldn't be foolish that we can ignore these proceedings and the practices and then follow the rituals that's present in the this thing. Now, I said we have different types of cancer: liver cancer, skin cancer, breast cancer, and whatnot. But are you even imagining what are the factors responsible for it? I would name it in one line: it is the individualistic mindset of species. We humans fight for space, fight for resource, fight for power. Let's kill this attitude, only then we can fight this disease. Let us all build a social harmony where we can find peace, not chaos. I repeat, let us all build a social harmony where we can find peace, not chaos. We protect each other, but not black out them. We find peace, not chaos. We protect each other, not black out them. We fight this menace, but not amongst each other. So let's spread this awareness. Hope we all have a cancer-free patients around the world. Yes, the disease is spreading rapidly, but we can fight this menace together and bring some change in this world. Thank you, Jai Hind.